Hey everybody, and welcome to The Biz on WCR, windowcleaningresource.com. My name is Josh, and today we're going to talk about spring. Spring is here. Spring is sprung. Hopefully everybody is getting busy, packed, and just overwhelmed with the light switch that is spring. Um, for us, it was just that. It was, weeks and weeks, and all of a sudden it was like, boom, everything has started. So in the spring, you really need to capture the different excitedness that people have to get their windows done. They're anxious, they're ready. There's a very profound window that you need to hit for marketing and all that other fun stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So to start real quick, this is what we do in spring, and I've mentioned this before, but this is our list. Okay, this is pages and pages of our existing clients, and what we go through and do is we call every one of our clients, and you can see all of our fun color-coded names on this list. We call everybody, and this is how we say it. We say, this is Josh from USI Window Washing. I'm just calling because we're putting together our spring schedule, and I didn't notice you were on there, and I'd like to put you on there. What day works best for you? That kind of thing for talking to somebody, or we'll leave a message on their answering machine along those lines. Just from the list that we've called, only one time through, we've gotten about 25 or so scheduled, which is pretty good. I mean, you got to think that, in the midst of a day or two of making phone calls, you can schedule 25 different clients, and they're existing, so everything's done already. They're easy. You call and say, hey, what would you like? Would you like the same service? This is what your price was last year. We didn't raise prices this year. And go from there. That's the first one. That is big because it really helps us out. It's our big boost for residential side of things. Commercial, obviously, it stays the same throughout, so it doesn't matter what you do. You can have the same clients. You can still solicit new clients, which you always should be doing, sell every day. But for residential, it really helps out. So that's what we do first and foremost. The other thing that we're going to do is we've purchased a template from Window Cleaning Resource. We've gotten a lady on the couch one is the one that we got. I personally know a little bit about Photoshop, so we edited what we needed to edit, and everything is put together. We're going to do some direct mailing. Now for us, I normally don't talk about the marketing aspect of things because there's a lot of guys on the forum that, Chris, even Kevin Dabrowski, a bunch of those guys who this is what they live for, and this is what they really know. And I am not a pro in this aspect of things, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and then you guys can take it with a grain of salt. But what we're going to do is first, the piece, when you get them, they're already basically market tested. I mean, you know that they work great. They've already been tweaked for all county window cleaning's purposes, and then they're given to us. So that really, really is a lot of work. I mean, think of how many different samples you'd have to send out to find out what works, what doesn't. It's really, really worth the money. But what we're going to do is send out a first batch of 1,000, I believe. And it's the same thing for us. We're not a monster company like some of the other guys out there that can do the 200,000 mailings in a year or more. So it's a big chunk of change for anybody. So I personally want to see kind of what it's going to do in my specific market. So we're going to do 1,000 of them. But what I ended up doing is going through one of our local print shops. They're going to be able to print it, mail it, use their bulk mailing, and go that route. I looked it up both ways to do it ourselves, and the guys have been a lot of help when we have the meetings and everything, but it's really kind of difficult to get into that, especially when no one at the post office really is helping you, and we're not able to do saturation, so we still need to have the list, and it just got to be kind of a little bit more. I got a lot on my plate right now, and I don't want bulk mailing to be one of them. Eventually, when we start doing more mailings, obviously we'll maybe switch over because there's a big money savings doing it on your own. But for this time being, this first mailing that's going out, it's I don't have it in front of me, but it's literally going to be under $1,000, I think, to send everything out for the first 1,000. And we are going to do the oversized postcards, which will be the not the full 8.5 by 11, but I believe it's 5 by 11, something like that. I don't know. Whatever they decided, they kind of put stuff together, and the bigger postcards really should make a good impression of people. So that's going to be interesting. That's one of our big things that we're doing. We are also doing our normal newspaper. We're going to be in our little service directory, and we're also getting in another spot which gives us like a business card size ad in full color. We can change it whenever we want. It runs for a full month, and go from there. A lot of people say the newspaper is still a dying breed, and it is, but the newspaper also knows that. So you can get some really good deals and specials and things like that. We're going to be in it for a month's time, and the one ad that's just copy is $99 for the entire month. And the other ad is full color for a month for like $250 or something like that. But our newspaper also is anywhere from 30 to 60,000 distributed, so we're not a big monster newspaper either. Obviously, the bigger you get, the more they can charge for that because you're reaching more people. But I personally find more results that way because you're in there for a month. You have to remember like some of the rules that you have to send pieces to people multiple times for them to get it and call. If you're in the newspaper one time, you know, you could spend a big chunk of change putting a really big ad in, but you're only going to be in there once. Yes, you could have good results, but you want to put it in there multiple amount of times. So this way, being in there that it's a month, people really find it useful. They'll actually go look in there. I've actually had people, because of last year we did it for, you know, a few months straight and a couple times of the year. People have actually said, "Oh, you know, I couldn't find your number." Well, where you were looking for the number? And I said, "Oh, in the newspaper." So, fortunately, we've gotten some really good response, and at those prices, pretty good ROI on it. So we got, our list is called Scheduled. We're doing direct mailing, the newspaper, and we also did a home show. If you guys have heard anything about home shows, anybody doing home shows, man, they're fun. If you like to talk to people, that's what it is. It's all what it's about. And I really wish I would have had footage from the home show, but I brain farted and didn't take anything. But it's fun. Those ones too, in our particular area, was $525, and that was for a weekend. We did pretty good. We actually got a few booked appointments like we normally would, handed out tons of literature. I didn't do as good as I've heard other people do in the past. I've gotten a guy that I know he booked 100 new clients. 100. He booked 100. That's incredible. But we didn't get quite that good. But we also did set up a deal through one of the window contractors that were there that installs window settings, gutters, all that fun stuff. And we're going to be doing all of their new installs. So in the scheme of things, we did really pretty good. We probably brought in, for our $525 investment, we probably brought in about $5,000 worth of new business right off the bat, not including all the work that this company's going to send us. So it's pretty good. That's another thing. The other big thing are events. We're starting to get more into the summer events, some round tables and all that other fun stuff, and those are also awesome for networking. So keep your eye out for a few really good ones coming up. Those are always fun. Everybody always asks, you know, is it worth it to fly out there, to go to wherever? I think it is. I mean, the amount of knowledge and little tidbits you learn are just incredible. Plus, you're hanging out with a bunch of guys that have the same love for what they do as you do. They're a lot of fun. And, check those out also. But anyway, my name is Josh for The Biz on windowcleaningresource.com, and have a great day.